Howdy, everybody. Hope everybody is doing well. I wasn't sure how to get a creative title for what we're about to experience. Hold on. Let me kill the volume on this other channel. Here we go. All right. I didn't want to get the echo thing, but I do want to be able to try and flip back and forth and read comments. I'm not always the greatest at that. Anyway, so I appreciate everybody tuning in. I've got my cheat sheet right here to the left, on the clipboard, and it's really weird. When I didn't think I had a whole lot to talk about, but as I look at the cheat sheet, I was like, oh wow, that's like way more than I had anticipated talking about. But I'm excited about it. So that's I guess, with me being slightly more organized when I pop up here and do random stupid stuff on a Tuesday, then, it may make for a better, more successful type broadcast. So let me pop over, see if anybody has popped in that I'm missing. Okay, I see sometimes there's a lag on this. And all right, I'll tell you about my noise problems, right? Every week. And when I was set this up, I'm thinking to myself, please don't let there be like a lawnmower going on or something like that. And anyway, Melinda, those were not my tacos. I wish they were, but I did steal an image just to gain more interest in the topic. But I did make some soft tacos. I have one wrapped up here right now. And I'm going to talk about that taco recipe that I have tried. Hello, Victoria and Melinda. Appreciate you guys popping in. But anyway, so my mom has this new CNA, HHA, and she comes to the house and she takes care of my mom for 5 hours a day. She arrives at noon. So, I was here to greet her and, just talking about general nutrition a little bit here and there. And then I advised her, I said, just so you know, around 1:15, I said, I'm going to be doing a live video and just to let you know, I said it could take maybe about an hour. I really don't know how long, just to let you know. So, I'll probably be out there by myself for a little bit. She's like, oh, okay, no problem. Hi, Betty. Hey, hiking with Jack. How's Kevin doing? I haven't really seen you much because I haven't been in the same channels as you due to work schedule and whatnot. But anyway, so I kid you not, I'm thinking like, all right, everything's falling in place. Things are looking good. I've got my soft taco here, which is probably a little bit on the cold side right now. And it's a little bit on the small side, but I do want to share it so people don't think I'm bluffing. But it's like corn tortilla, and I probably should have double wrapped it. I'm not going to eat it in front of you guys. I hope you guys have one that you can, indulge in while we. Rita, you're supposed to have a taco. That's your admission to the party, Rita. A taco. She didn't bring her own taco. What should we boot, Rita? It's BYOT. Bring your own taco. But anyway, so I kid you not, like 108. The lady is right here in this room, right behind. She's doing her job. She's doing a fabulous job. Matter of fact, I made a point to talk about her, but she just kind of expedited the process. But so she's running the vacuum all over the place. I'm like, oh my gosh. It's like every day is a new hurdle, right? A noise hurdle or something like that, because I don't have a quiet space where I can do, what I'm attempting to do right now. Fortunately, she has stopped. She's on the other side of, she's somewhere in my mom's room, or I don't know where she is now, but the noise isn't as bad. But anyway, so I'm gonna get on talking about a few things. I wrote a bunch of notes down. There's really no particular order as it popped into my memory banks or what I was thinking of at the time. So I'm going to go a little bit out of order. So my mom has a new nurse. Her name's Mary. The lady who is here right now, she is an absolute rock star. She is fabulous, and they do everything from A to Z. What the lady has done thus far is just blows my mind. She'll shower my mom. She'll do her hair. She spent probably an hour doing her toenails and fingernails, like clipping them, and you just clean, just doing all that stuff. Very, very detail-oriented lady. And there goes the phone. There's another vocal obstacle that I have to deal with. We all know about the phone, but now we got a vacuum and a phone. But so then there's a lady, I forget her name, real nice lady too. She comes around a couple of days a week for like rehab. To exercise my mom and make sure her body's recuperating and stuff like that. So the schedule this week for that lady is Monday and Wednesdays. But the people we have doing those two things are really good people. Mary is like an absolute rock star. She'll do the dishes. She's cleaned nooks and crannies I've never seen anybody ever think of doing. She'll cook for my mom and just absolute rock star. So I love her. I do, it's being paid through health insurance. I think some of it, most of it, I'm not in control of those finances. But now I want to segue from like a little bit of a serious thing to something funny that happened today. It's not funny, but it is funny in a way, because this is like typical of my daily life, dealing with a mother, with dementia. And so I had planned, as you know, I wanted to do a taco theme. So a while back, I bought this big jar of Ortega seasoning taco mix, right? Taco seasoning mix or whatever it's called. Oh, yeah. Every day living with my mom, it's like a new scavenger hunt, right? Could this be in the medicine cabinet? Where could it be today? Every day. So it's supposed to be in the pantry. That's where I last used it. There was plenty left and cannot find it. God knows, it could be in her master closet. I don't have a week to go find the taco seasoning. So I'm like, all right, whatever. So like now I'm trying to approach my last day off as a positive, upbeat thing. And then like, all right, I see the signs already. I'm getting ready to go back to work. Bad things are happening. I'm trying to be positive, but I'm like, all right. So then I'm like, all right, about half a mile away, there is it's called Dixie Grocers. It's kind of like a liquidation store, but they've been around us in Florida as long as I've been here, which is 18 years. And they sell a lot of really good wines at a very reasonable price. And but some of the stuff on the shelves, like seasoning, might be like older, but spices and seasoning really don't expire. But it's like a liquidation store. It's been around, really nice couple. So I said, all right, Mom, you probably hear the vacuum. I pull up there right at like 9:59. I'm chilling out front. I see a sign from this distance on the front door, and I'm like, man, these people are usually pretty punctual about opening up the door. So I wait a couple minutes. I walk up to the door, and it says, this location is permanently closed or something like that. I was like, oh, crap. They were really nice people. Really nice people. Very local, very convenient. Vacuum just went off. I hope that helps the sound quality. So then right a few doors down, there's a Big Lots. So I go in there, get my taco seasoning. So these are like last minute hurdles. So as you're probably saying, G Money, get to the punchline, get to the meat of the story. So this is the meat of the story right here. Jack Link's meat stick with cheese. So I pay for, I had chump change in my pocket. So I paid for my little pack of taco seasoning. And then I looked down after I paid, and they had this meat stick and cheese, Jack Link's, which is a high quality brand. And it was normally $1.59, and they were selling it for 16 cents. So I looked down, and I knew I had a little bit more pocket change. So, and I look, it's not even expired yet. It expires 7/25/23, right? So I'm like, yeah, give me 3 of those, right? So I dig out 48 cents with tack, boom, boom, boom. We're all good to go. I bring it home. I leave it outside on the little kitchen table, or not outside, inside now, because I'm outside. And this is what my mom says to me. She says, she always, I'm going to try and express this the way in her dialect and her accent. Gary, is this drugs? Do you have drugs here? I'm like, no, Mom, I don't do drugs. And I said, Mom, this is like pepperoni and cheese, basically. It's a meat stick. Okay, I thought it was drugs. I don't know what she thought. Like, is it a syringe? I have no idea what goes through her brain half the time, but I guess she thought I was, Jack Lance's a new brand of drugs. But yeah, so the next 3 days I'm gonna be, snacking on one of those daily, trying to save a few nickels here and there. And pretty good value. I'm not really into it for the cheese, but the meat part, yeah, I might take a bite out of the cheese, but thought you guys might get a kick out of that. That is, that I thought that was kind of comical. So those are, let me check off a couple of these things as I go along. So we talked about the nurse, my drugs. So I was reviewing some of my analytics, and I'm excited for this. I'm not going to lie. My lifetime views, when I say lifetime, it's been since May something or whatever, are 95,909 views lifetime. Oh, I forgot to do this. There's always one thing I forget. G Money's a rookie. So I'm going to put this on airplane mode. So when the bill collectors call, you don't have to hear about it. All right, airplane mode. Very good. We're safe and sound now. But so I watched that. I'm like, man, that's pretty cool. And then Sunday night. Sunday was a really weird day in my life, but a very positive, happy day for me. I had a lot of this is very unusual for my life, especially in the last 10 years or whatever. I was having an awesome day on Sunday. And it was just like things were kind of falling into place for once. And I was so jacked up by the evening time that I did, I did a live with Jason Johnson at HHA Drones, stuff like that. And then like when I was done, I was still amped up. Like there was no way in hell I could go to bed because I felt like if I went to sleep, I was going to cut off the positive mojo. So I stayed up, and then later in the evening, literally, I did not feel tired at all. And I forget what time I started. And I don't know. Matter of fact, I can tell you what time. Right around midnight, I said, I just unannounced live. I said, I'm going live. And then some very wonderful people popped in, and that would be like SimplyJanHomestead. She was, to me, that was for me, my small channel, that level, to get somebody as big and popular as SimplyJanHomestead, it made me feel validated to a degree. And we talked, and we had some really amazing viewers on there. We talked for 3 hours. And the only reason I stopped at 3 hours is because my mother came out and scolded me like I was a 10-year-old, told me to go to bed. We kind of saw it coming. I think it was because this bright light, it does get pretty light when it's, bright when it's dark out. But I thought that was comical in front of all, the viewers that were watching. That, I'm almost 61 years old, and my mother's telling me when to go to bed. I'm living in her crib, so I said, all right, yeah, Mom, all right. And then I think I talked for a few more minutes after that. But anyway, so I thought I'd share that. Let me cross that one off the list. Oh crap, I forgot to bring something out here. Bear with me 1 second. I'll be right back because I want to, thought I had it out here. I'll be right back. Hang tight. Somebody start typing something so they can keep people occupied. I'll be right back. All right, my peeps, I'm back. I'm so sorry. That's, that That's the difference between professionals and rookies. So here I am, and I have a couple confessions actually. Is Rita still in the house? Rita, are you and Millie still in the house? Because I have a confession and an apology. So if Rita is in the house, please announce yourself so I can do this confession in front of you, and then hopefully have my sins resolved. All right. I'm not seeing anybody replying. Betty thought I was watering the plants. No, I this time I was not watering the plants. I have an item in my lap. I'm waiting for Rita to reconnect to G Money's alive. Okay. So if she's not here, I'm gonna do this confession anyway. A while back, I promised to send Rita something. When I say a while back, usually I'm pretty punctual and stuff. Like when I promise to mail something out to people, usually I'm pretty good about that. And it may be a little bit late, but like when it comes to work and stuff, I'm always early for that. I never miss that. But I don't know if Rita's still here. I promised to send this to Rita, I don't know, 3 months ago. And guess what? I still got it. So there was a couple stickers on here that I wanted to get removed. And I finally did that today. And I'm supposed to send that to Rita, but unfortunately I'm not going out anymore today. And then my work schedule the next 4 days are 10-hour days. So by the time I get off, the post office would be closed, with the proximity where I work. So I'm sorry, Rita, but bear with me. That will be going out. And some dialogue also. I don't know how many people know Jerry Butler from Butler Family Farms. Same thing. I promised to send him a decal and some hat hooks. So that is all packaged up in an envelope. It's literally on my odometer in my van. And I'm going to stop by the post office tomorrow, get some postage. That's another story that I could share, but I probably won't bore you with all that. But so Jerry Butler has a little thank you card, a decal, and a couple hat hooks coming to a couple. I can't remember if it was one or two. It may just be one. I was worried about postage, weight, and everything. And then I found out my mom didn't have stamps because my brother took her checkbook where the stamps are, and they're in like Sacramento, California right now. So now I got to stop at the post office and early in the morning at the kiosk and try and get some more stamps to at least get that envelope sent off. So I'm feeling better that there's a couple unresolved things in my life that I'm trying to, they always say, eliminate the petty annoyances. It's like the guilt and stuff like that. If you have a broken light bulb in your house, you haven't changed forever. Once you do it, you're going to feel better, and it's going to cleanse your soul, so to speak, once you eliminate all those petty annoyances. So I'm going to share a couple things here. I don't think this is out of line because it was done on a public platform, but a lot of us were friends with a lady named Shirley. She has a channel called Just Doing Our Best. And this is a very touching, inspirational story, and it has a comical side twist to it, thanks to G Money. But Shirley is a really cool lady. And I thought she lived in Hawaii. She does not. She lives in Guam. So she did participate in a live broadcast with JJ Drones, and a lot of the topic points on that night were about reads across America and stuff like that. So at some point in time, I made mention about her and living in Hawaii, and then I got corrected. So I tried to bring a comical twist to it and say, "I'll just leave me alone, Shirley," or something like that. An island's an island, just laughing. So most people caught it. I hope nobody thought I was truly offending her, but I did feel like a jackass when I realized, okay, Guam versus Hawaii, or they're both like, Hawaii's a state. I think Guam's a U.S. territory. So I did feel like a fool. But anyway, let me tell you what she did, which is truly, truly honorable. Like I said, normally I wouldn't mention it, but she already did this on a public platform that many people have viewed already. Jason Johnson helps out with a cause called Reads Across America. and he's really been pushing that cause. I've been trying to help push the cause as well, promote it and stuff like that. Well, Shirley was in the like, there's goals that are set by Jason Johnson and family members. His father has participated. Other people have participated. I'm going to talk about a couple of those people here soon. But Shirley made a $200 donation. And just so you understand the value and the importance of that donation, they're putting wreaths on veteran cemeteries right around Thanksgiving time, I believe. And each wreath goes to a veteran's headstone, head marker, whatever you want to call it. And in one particular cemetery that Jason Johnson participated with last year, they were 34,000 wreaths short of making their goal. But with Shirley's contribution, it was a huge, huge help towards their goal. So pretty much I'm helping with the cause. I'm not the point man, but I'm trying to promote as much as possible. So I have unofficially raised the bar to $2,000 minimum by the time Thanksgiving rolls around. So Shirley donated $200 to the veterans, and she has a strong military presence in her family. So I would like everybody, if you get a chance, when you see Shirley, just doing our best, thank her and commend her for her contribution to the military veterans. She has a long history of people serving, not only in the military, but in law enforcement and SWAT teams and stuff like that. So that was really cool. And then another person who's very, very large contributor to YouTube is a guy named Chillin' Indiana Carl. Well, he also, near the end of that video, that live, he also, if my memory is correct, he also made a $100 donation. And I think he's already previously made a donation to the cause. Don't quote me on that. But he is just an amazing individual. So he's done a lot for a lot of channels. And anybody that's been any part of YouTube that someone have the same circle of friends, you're going to know Chillin' Indiana Carl. So I'm going to pop over here because I'm not seeing a whole lot of comments on my StreamYard thing. So let me see. Okay, just sometimes, it just takes a while for this thing to catch up. But now I'm going to talk about another channel that I would say in the last few months I've recently become familiar with and somewhat friendly with, and we do a lot of banter back and forth through Jason Johnson's channel, which is at JJ Drones. And there's a gentleman named Brian. He hosts a YouTube channel called Cheesehead Media. So what I would love for, I'm going to talk, I've announced the title of, there's a reason this is the main channel I'm promoting today. And there's a reason for that. He is already helping another cause. It's called, oh heck, figures I'd forget right when I have to talk about it. Something 22, Project 22, I think it's called, something Project 22, which is, he's helping a friend out who's promoting this cause, something Project 22, which is in reference to military veterans and self-termination. I hope you understand what I'm saying. I'm not sure what words are allowed to be said at what times, but self-termination would be the ending of your own life. So Brian's helping out with that cause. And so he's kind of already, he's helped out with that, but he was trying to find another way to help out with the veterans with Wreaths Across America. So I got a notification this morning. He had an epiphany while he was in the shower, how he could make a contribution to Wreaths Across America. So this is, please, people, please. Now it's only showing 2 people. I don't know how accurate that is, but what he's going to do from today until that ending of that project, for every new subscriber that he gets at Cheesehead Media on YouTube, he's going to donate $1. So I thought that was really cool, really cool. So I encourage as many people that are in this channel right now watching and that are going to be watching in the future, that are going to watch the replay or whatever, please share that as much as possible. It's at Cheesehead Media. Cheesehead, I believe, is one word, and then media is a separate word. At Cheesehead Media. Obviously, he's from Wisconsin, and he's making a contribution in a really cool, creative way. So we're all trying to find cool, creative things to do to help reefs across America. So I beg and implore you, please find a way to share Cheesehead Media. Not only share, but please like, subscribe, watch his content, make a comment, so it's a true, genuine subscription where it's going to hold for his channel. So really cool dude. He has a lot of interest in droning, and definitely a lot of interest in trains. So he is definitely a dude that you can help. You're not just helping him. As you're helping him, you're helping veterans. So I drive when I hear things like that, like when they're talking about Project 22. I already did a video, man, like 6 months ago. I have no idea how long. It could be 9 months ago. Basically, I did a video at one point in time talking about the 22 veterans a day that self-terminate. When I heard Brian talk about that, it hit my heart. It hit my heart. A lot of people know why. I'm not a veteran, but a lot of people know why. And I know if you go watch my video that I did about, I forget what the title was, but there is definitely 22 in it. You'll understand, because somebody I was friends with for a long time, Marine veteran, self-terminated in the last year, approximately last year. I don't remember the exact date of that video, but what Brian from Cheesehead Media does not know yet, I was trying to find. I'm not a wealthy dude, so when I have a couple contributions coming forward, and I'm going to have to do it like on a layaway plan, so to speak. So I'm so appreciative of what Brian is doing at Cheesehead Media. I'm going to make a $22.22 donation to the Project 22. I'm going to send it to Brian because I know he's so active in the cause, and I know it's going to go directly to his friend that's heading up that project. So that's an announcement that I wanted to talk about. That's that's one of the main things I'm on here talking about today, is please help support Cheesehead Media and his efforts to help reefs across America and Project 22. So like I talked about briefly earlier, I talked to Simply Jan for like 3 hours the other night. I wasn't only talking to her, but she was the only live person on the panel. And there was some really cool people inside watching. And we talked for 3 hours. And I truly felt like because Jan is such a presence on YouTube and so popular and goes to all the meetups and stuff like that, I felt like I was talking to like Mick Jagger for 3 hours. I kid you not. I even made reference to that. And I just really, really admired and appreciated her time. I think if my mom did not break up the party, I could have probably talked till 6 a.m. But I was so amped up with positive energy, and like there was a lot of things. I'm not telling you to go back and watch 3 hours of the, if you want to go do that, that's cool too. But we were talking, some other people that were viewing, have personal struggles, physical struggles and such. And, we I think together, unified, we try to reach out and make sure those people were okay and could be okay going forward. Encourage them to stay positive in some aspect. So I'm crossing off a couple more things off my list. I talked about how awesome Sunday was, and I wish every day was this past Sunday, because that was truly like magical to me. It was just weird because it felt like all the stars aligned, and I was so happy about that. I'm in the process of paying my quarterly taxes on my tackle business. Haven't done a whole lot of that lately, because of my mother's condition and the issues with the heat, my air conditioning not really working properly. But mostly because my mom needs attention, and I don't really have the money to reinvest in the inventory, but I do still have quarterly taxes to pay. So I've been working on that. And then, so trying to get some organization before I hit 4 tough 10-hour days, which is basically ends up being 14-hour days, or at least 13-hour days, because I got to get up at 0400 to be there at 0600 because the hours changed, and then it takes about an hour to get home, and then I have to usually make a pit stop or two to get food or beverage or whatever, just to make sure enough necessities are in the household. So I'm excited that I'm still, despite all my limitations and comforts that I don't really have in my life, I'm staying somewhat organized. So once I get these quarterly taxes, they have to be postmarked by I think the 19th or 20th. I need to double check the coupon book. So I'm trying to take care of that. So I watched another channel that really blew my mind. Another channel that I see at a lot of the YouTube meetups, and excuse me one second, that is very popular as well. Blew my mind at her subscriber count because I was totally floored. There's another channel I like watching, really nice, cool lady, very well loved and respected by the YouTube community that's in my, I won't say my inner circle but I say like channels that I, when I say troll, I say troll in a positive way that I do follow. But Freedom Redbird, that lady is really cool lady, very nice, very well respected. And this blows my mind. If we can support this lady as well, I'd appreciate all the people, and when you go to Cheesehead Media or Freedom Redbird, she's only at 723 subscribers. I would have never guessed. I never looked at her subscriber count. I thought she was in the thousands. So that's another channel we can try and uplift and, through subscriber count and do it the proper way, like, subscribe, comment, watch, some content, stuff like that. So I'm going to try and dig through all my junk and see if I can dig up another decal, because one of the last ones I had going to Jerry Butler, but there's probably one out there. I just need to dig through and be dedicated. Now, when getting back to some of the videos, when I went to the RV show on Sunday, I did 7 videos. And the one I was most excited about doing was a big motor coach. And it was a 2023 Frontier diesel motor coach. Real big, like what the rock stars would use when they go on tour. Beautiful vehicle. The outside of the video was going great. And then when I go into the inside, the video pretty much fell apart because I heard rock music playing. I wasn't sure where. I thought it was coming from the front, so I tried to move to the back while I was filming. So the filming kind of fell apart because I knew I was probably going to get a copyright strike. And as I moved to the rear of this beautiful $250,000 motor coach, I realized the music was louder back there. There was no salespeople around. That was my big gripe from that RV show. So I was ticked off because I wanted to do one video a day for 7 days pertaining to this RV show. And it's obviously it's going to be 6, but on Monday or Tuesday, I'm going to try. I had thought about trying to do it today. I had too many things on my plate to do it. Plus I did a review where they were kind of tagged in it. So if they see the review and recognize my face, I may not be a welcome camper to the party. But what I'm hoping, if I can actually get a salesperson to talk about all the specs and all the special features of that big motor coach, I would love for that to happen. I'm trying to improve my quality. And I thought by going to the RV show, there would be sales representatives on the inside of the Civic Center, and that did not transpire. So I was very, very disappointed. So it was left once again to me trying to wing it, not having any literature or data to go on. So I had super high expectations for the RV show. I was let down, but I think to a degree I was able to salvage it somewhat. I'm not happy with the overall quality, but you kind of live and learn. That's you live and learn. So I'm going to cross that one off the list, and I have a couple more videos coming out. I know I have 2 fifth wheel videos coming out. There may be another one. I did one today on. I did another one today. I'll just leave it at that. That was a motor coach. It was a little over $126,000. Very nice, beautiful vehicle, but that's way out of my price range. But it may be in the price range of some other people. So even though like the inside quality of my, inside of that vehicle was not probably up to par, at least if you're interested in something like that, you can at least have a little bit of information on the model number, the name of that, and you can do some research. So now I'm going to get back to it's probably going to be my closing topic, because I think I've kind of run out of things to talk about. I realize I've been talking 36 and a half minutes, but getting back to the dementia topic, it's very difficult dealing with my mother on a daily basis. Very difficult. I mean, very difficult. A lot of people that have had zero to no exposure to that, that came out wrong. Little or zero exposure to that on a daily basis probably think it's easier than it truly is. And I will tell you, she will drive me nuts. I'm not mad at her because I understand it's a disease. Every day I have to hear her ask me, is today Tuesday? And guess what? Today was Tuesday. So she got it right today. She argues with me every morning and evening when I give her the pills. Why so many? Why? And I tell her every day, it's, that's what you're supposed to, and she gets very, sometimes she can be verbally combative, feeling like, she almost insinuates like it's hard to understand what her brain's thinking, but basically like we don't know what we're doing, or maybe her brain's thinking like we're trying to kill her with a drug overdose. It's hard to tell, but I'm constantly trying to feed her. Now Mary's here during the daytime doing an outstanding job. She's taking care of the lunches, and like the next 4 days I'm going to be at work, so I can't handle those lunch duties. But Mary's here, and she's definitely in really great hands with Mary. So when I come home at night, I'm really burnt out, especially driving from an hour away with basically no air conditioning. And the heat index lately has been right above or below 100 degrees. Some days it's about 107. It can get pretty miserable driving home with AC that's not really fully functioning. In the morning, it's not too bad going out there because it's not real hot out, but going home, it's like sitting in a sauna. So I'm cranky and I'm worn out by the time I get home. So then I realize like I'm kind of rushed. I kind of just like to unwind for a little bit before I attack all my mom's struggles and all the things, the ridiculous things I have to hear and deal with from her. But every night she gets her medication. Every night I cook for her. So, I'm handling it. I'm probably like, for my own mentality, my own emotional state, probably not handling it real well, but it's being handled. There goes the phone. Another thing I got to deal with every time I come home. Trying to weed out all the nonsense. And my mom will make appointments for stuff that she can't get to. And just like earlier today, she was trying to make a hair appointment. Well, last time we had a hair appointment scheduled for her friend that was taking her did not know how to collapse her walker. It's one of those walkers with like a seat in it. So ended up bringing her back because they didn't know how to operate that where she could get into the facility safely. the power of attorney is controlling all the money, and he has the checkbook, all the credit cards and everything. So there is no way for my mother to pay for a beauty salon appointment. The other thing she forgets is she'll just make these appointments for doctor's appointments and such, and forgetting that she has Mary, the nurse, coming here every day between noon and 5 p.m. My mom also forgets the therapist comes twice a week. She forgets those dates. So she just her brain thinks it's still living the old normal life. But reality is she doesn't remember all the nuances of all the importance of time management. That's why I'm involved. That's why Mary's involved. My brother is involved, the power of attorney. This week he's in California for a week, and he's probably not going to be back until either Sunday night or Monday. So those are some of the things. I'm just trying to catch up with people just on life, and just, I thank everybody that's been watching my channel. It's only showing on my screen here on StreamYard. Sometimes that's not always accurate, but only 4 people. And when you get a chance, do tacos on Tuesdays. That's what Tuesdays are dedicated for. And if you want to do something wacky on a Wednesday, go over and watch Rita's Roost. That's my best advice to you. And if you want to do something maniacal, go watch Mona on her channel. Mona. Rita, what's Mona's channel name again? Mona. Rita, you're laughing. Help me out with Mona's channel name again. For some reason, I think I've got a touch of dementia because I'm forgetting everything. Mona does something. Yeah, there it is. Mona did what? Mona did what? So if you want to watch some crazy stuff, there's some channels there you can watch. And obviously, Aileen, Welcome to My Kitchen, Joy Stewart, Scott Swift. There's so many cool channels out there at JJ Drones, Cheesehead Media, just doing our best. There's so many cool channels out there. So I appreciate everybody that supports each other. That's a really cool thing. And I think I'm going to shut up and tap out. It's almost 42 and a half minutes. So in closing, I'm going to say one more time, please try and support Project 22, Reefs Across America, at JJ Drones, and any type of veterans organization. We're alive today, being able to talk like I am today due to the sacrifices those veterans have made. So in closing, as I always say on my channel, I always try to say anyway, remember, always know your legal limits, and say hi to a stranger or help a homeless person. Peace out, folks. I appreciate everybody popping in. Thanks. I'll talk to you next time. Love you.